Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Cece, and today we're doing an update on my Project 3 uses. I call this project 3 times a charm. I am doing this in collaboration with Andy from the channel Andy Does Stuff. Andy is the most talented, beautiful, makeup-loving YouTuber that I know. I'm so happy to be doing this project with her. The premise of this project is simply that we pick out products that have been sitting around in our collection that we're not sure we really like, or that we haven't used enough to decide, if it's something we want to keep. So the goal is to use that product 3 times to give it a fair chance to see if it's something you want to keep or not. Now, we both have the rule that if you have not hit the 3 uses on a product within 3 months' time, that means it's gotta go. It is out of here, because if you cannot bring yourself to pick it up 3 times in 3 months, you must not like it. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this. We'll talk about what products I had chosen for last month, how I did on them, and what I'll be rolling in for this month. Starting with palettes, this Lottie London Honeybee palette I had rolled over from the previous month. So this is its second month in the project, but I did hit my 3 uses. And while it's not like the most quality formula I've ever used, I still enjoyed it. I mean, it's my color story. Y'all know that yellows and oranges are me to the core, so I'm gonna keep it. It's not the best palette, but I'm going to keep it, and I will use it again in the future. Next up, another keeper, the LA Splash Magic Eyeshadow Palette. Got this in Glossybox a long time ago. I love this. So you'd think I'd be drawn to the coppery shades in here. What was interesting with my 3 uses, I was very drawn to this very light pink matte up here. I used it for work, and I just really enjoyed that shade. So I'll be keeping this as well. And I'm still surprised that that was the shade that really got me excited in this palette. My third palette was the Moira Cosmetics Little Fairy Tales palette, and I did hit my 3 uses on this one as well. Did not enjoy this one as much, and it's really the color story. Yeah, it's in the orange range, but it's too severe, like this salmon, like hot salmon pink. I don't know what it is about the palette, but the shades aren't really for me. Now, I did enjoy some of the mattes. The shimmers, not so much. So what I think I'm going to do with this palette is actually depot it and keep some of the mattes that I enjoyed. Why? I don't know, because I have a million times these shades in my collection, but my heart is telling me I want to hang on to part of the palette, if not all of it. Moving into my 3 potted or single eyeshadows. So I did pick 2 ColourPop Super Shocks, and these are both on their 2nd month in the project, but I did meet my goal on both of them this month. So this first one is the shade Twitter Pated. It is a very sparkly, I don't know, brass color, bronze. I did not enjoy this one that much. The other, though, the Set to Stun, this is a pink shimmer, and I felt that this one worked better for me. I didn't have so much fallout, or what do I want to call it? Like glitter diffusion, I guess. So I'm going to keep Set to Stun, and I'm going to get rid of Twitter Pated. And frankly, I'm surprised I'm keeping a Color Shock, because y'all know I don't like glitters, and these are in that category for me. My third item in this category is this Copacetic Cosmetics Single Shadow in the shade True, which really looks like it would go with my outfit today. I have not used this one yet, so this is going to roll over. This is going to be its 2nd month in the project, and I just didn't get to it. For my face product category, all 3 items had rolled over from last month, and I managed to use the first one 3 times this month. This is the Kiss and Smink The Everything stick in the shade Tulum, and I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but I freaking love it. I love it. It's this beautiful pinky salmony coral shimmer. It's gorgeous. And I had no trouble after the first time using it. No trouble hitting 3 uses. So this is staying, and I'm very, very happy that I finally tried it out. Not quite the same for the second item. This is the Mally Evercolor Poreless Face Defender. I don't get this. I don't understand the product. I don't know if it's like too dry. It doesn't feel too dry. It's a weird consistency. This is the sponge that came with it, and it doesn't pick anything up. So I used this once, and I'm gonna roll it over for another month, but I don't know why. Maybe just because I'm so curious about it. Like, if you use this or have used it and had success, give me some tips, please, because I have no idea how to use this or why I would want to. And the third item here is a Kaja Mochi Pop Blush in the shade 02 Atmosphere. I don't really like these. I'm keeping it because it's adorable, but it's like really hard pressed in here. It's very hard to actually get any pigment out and onto the cheeks. I tried with a brush, and I eventually used my fingers because it was just not, it was not working well. And I felt like I had no pigment. I'm keeping it though because it's cute. And I collect cute things, and you know that. So that one's staying. For my miscellaneous category, you're probably tired of hearing about this Maison Louis Marie Bois de Valancourt No. 4 perfume or cologne, whatever it is. This is its 3rd month in the project. It's completed its 3rd month. I managed to finally make myself just dot it on my wrist, and I hate it. I just hate it. I hated it, like smelling it in this roller ball, and it's going. I mean, it didn't make the 3 uses. I don't know why I tried so hard, but it's going. So I'm happy to be getting rid of that. Next up, another loser. This is the Juice Beauty Phytopigments Cream Shadow Stick in the shade Cove. I had this in my one and done project, and I thought I would bring it into 3 Times a Charm because it looks nice when I swatch it. On my eyes, it does nothing besides make them a little sticky. So I did only use it once, but I've decided it's going. There's no saving this product, and I'm very sorry to say that, but this one's done. And this one was a surprise. This is a Wet n Wild perfume roller from the Crystal Caverns collection. The scent is Prosperity, and I actually liked it. It's very mild. It's very gentle. And I think I like rollerballs better than sprays perfumes because they're a little less intense. But I did my 3 uses, and I'm keeping this. I may one day pan it. I don't know. But yeah, it surprised me because y'all know I'm not a perfume person. And my last category is my lippies. So this Jouer Rodeo Lip Gloss. This was its 3rd month. I did finally hit the 3 uses, but I'm not keeping this. It's not a shade that I like on my lips. It's not a great formula. Sad because Jouer is like not cheap. But yeah, it's not for me. So this one is going away. Then I have my Kat Von D Double Dare, and I want to keep it. I do. I think I just have some kind of nostalgia about this packaging. This was a Kat Von D product, which means it's old. It is older. It is the old formula. I know it's too old to keep. And it doesn't even look that good on my lips. It's not like a flattering shade for me. But it's still hard to get rid of it, but I'm going to. And the Lila Bee, also used this one 3 times. This is another brand that doesn't exist anymore. And this one was okay, but not really worth keeping around, knowing as I do that it's pretty old in my collection as well. Brand doesn't exist. Why keep it? It's not something that I enjoy so much that I need it. I'm not huge on tinted lip glosses as it is, so total loss on my lippy category this month. All right, so moving into what I am rolling in for this month. I've got 3 new palettes here. First up is the Urban Decay. I don't remember what this was called. Stoned Vibes. That's what it was. It's taken me days to remember that. So this is the Stoned Vibes mini palette from the holidays in like 2021, I think. I don't think it was 22. But yeah, this one was separate from the larger full-size Stoned Vibes palette. And I just don't I don't gravitate to this color story. It's got interesting shimmers, but I'm not a very colorful babe. So I'm going to give it 3 chances just to say I gave it 3 chances. I've used it probably twice before, but that's our first item. And then from Huda Beauty, I have the Gold palette. I've only used this once and I really was disappointed with the shimmers in it, which is surprising. Like me, gold palette, you'd think I'd be all over it. It's kind of more pink than gold. But yeah, I do want to give it another try or 3 and see if I can make it work. There are 2 glittery shades in here that I will avoid because we don't do glitter very well here. But I will give this 3 more chances. And last up, don't laugh too hard. It's my Cello palette. If you've been with my other channel, Cece's Travel Size Life, for a long time, you know that this palette haunts me. This is La Vie Neutral palette. So within like a couple months' time, I received the mini quad of this 3, maybe 4 times from different subscription boxes when I was getting a ton of subscription boxes. It was like, it was haunting me. It was, every time I turned around, there was another one. Then I ended up getting the full size in a subscription box, possibly from Ipsy. I don't quite remember where it came from, but I decided to keep this one to ward off the evil spirits of the mini quads. Have I used it? No. Well, maybe once. I can see that I've swatched it. Don't know if I've ever used it, so I'm going to give it 3 tries. I'm telling you right now, I'm keeping it, again, as that talisman against evil, but I do want to know if it's actually a palette that I will use. Next up, since we rolled out 2 single shadows, we are rolling in this Helios Beauty eyeshadow in the shade Pinkies Up. This is a duotone. It looks pinkish, very, very light, whitish pink, and then it has blue sparkle. It's pretty sparkly glittery, not my favorite, but when I swatched it during my declutter, I decided to keep it. I think I just felt bad about how many I was decluttering, but I will give it 3 chances and see if I really need to keep this or not. And I've also got from Cover 9 this peachy shimmer. This is just the shade 02. Everything else on the packaging is in a different language, so I can't tell you much about it. I think I've used this once before, and I would like to know if it's something I really want to keep as a staple or not. For the 2 new face products I'm rolling in, I have the Half Caked In Bloom Me and You blush. This is so pretty. I haven't used it yet. I got it in a BoxyCharm mystery box. The shade, though, I die every time I look at this. It is so pretty. It's a beautiful, beautiful peachy light blush shade, and I want to try it out. I want to know if the formula works, because if it does, this is a blush I will be pulling out often. And I have the Tower 28 Bronzino Suncoast Bronzer. It is a, not gel, it is a cream formula. I've used this a few times. It's sparkly, and the problem with it is whenever I touch my face during the day when I use it, I then get sparkly hands. And it's just a mica shimmer. It's not glitter, but I don't like the way that it comes off, you know, if I just brush my face. So I'm going to give it 3 more chances and see if I can figure out how to live with it. And if not, those. For my miscellaneous category, I have a liquid eyeshadow here. This is the Too Faced Melted Chocolate Matte Eyeshadow. And I think the shade is Chocolate Wine. I think I've used this once before. I'm not a huge fan of liquid eyeshadows, but there are some that I have learned to work with. So I want to see if this is something that, now that I'm a little more familiar with makeup, I could actually use and make it look good. I also have a perfume sample. This is the Viktor and Rolf Good Fortune perfume. I sprayed just a teeny little bit of this the other day to see if I could tolerate it. I could when it was a teeny little bit. So I want to see if this is a perfume I can actually handle or not. If I end up getting a headache from it or having a reaction, then it won't get 3 uses, but at least I will know. And I also have this Purlisse CC cream. It is SPF 50. I think it's probably too light for me, but the SPF would be great. And this has been sitting on my desk for a long time, so I kind of want to get rid of it. For lippies, I have this Misho Beauty lip balm in the shade Ijama. I don't know why when I look at it, it doesn't look attractive, even though it almost looks like what's on my lips. But there's just something about it that has made me not want to use it. So I'm going to give it 3 tries, obviously. I also have this Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb. It's not that I don't think I'll like this. It's just that I've had it for a while and never touched it. So I just want to give it some use. I know I'm going to like it. I do. I love the formula of the Gloss Bombs. So this is just in here so it can get a little love. And last up is my Tony Moly Petite Bunny Gloss Bar in Juicy Peach. I've had this for a long time, and only because I think it's adorable. The shade itself, little pink, little too light pink for me. So I'm going to see how I feel about it. Again, I haven't used it in a long time, but it's getting another chance. That's it. That's everything that I am working on for this month. Thank you so much for sticking through this video. I know these are a little longer because I talk too much about the products, but I appreciate you guys being here. If you did like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below. What do you think of my progress from last month? Do you know anything about that Mally Poreless Evercolor thing? And do you have some tips for me? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you haven't yet, you can always subscribe to this channel. I am excited to have you guys around for my panning journey. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. For my face product category, I started out with this. For my face product category, and last up is my Tony Moly, what is it? And last up is my Tony Moly Petite